The sacredness of your desire is the conversation on today's Soul Sovereignty and Sexuality podcast with myself, Jessica Falcon, international soul healer and embodiment guide. And I want to dive straight in today because desire is something that for millennia has been deemed somehow bad or wrong. And yet we also simultaneously live in a society that constantly tells us to fulfill our desires, to satisfy our desires, and it continuously provides us with all the means to do so, right? And so we have to first start talking about what is desire. And desire, many people, especially women, don't even know what they desire, because in order to know what you have to desire, you have to know the self. Desire is not simply a need. I have to have this too, right? That's just ego. Desire is a welling up of something within you. Desire is your life force energy moving through you, wanting to experience life, wanting to have an experience of something, not because you lack it, not because you need it, but because it is part of that welling up of your own vital life force. It is pure pleasure. It is pure expansion. It is for deep connection. And so a huge part of this inquiry is looking at what is a soul desire versus what is an ego desire. Now, that's a huge part of the upcoming New Year, New You retreat. If you want to join us, January 10th through 12th, I'll put the link below, is really looking at where's your desire coming from. Because what we often consider desire can be an unmasked codependency, right? Or masked codependency, rather. And our desire, it's not there simply to be satisfied, at least not a sacred desire. A sacred desire is there because it is part of your evolution. As you come to feel and touch and know a soul desire within you, that is meant to be played with. It's meant to be explored. Why do I desire this? What is this desire showing me? Is this coming from a place of fullness or from a place of lack? Where's this desire asking me to go? What is this desire asking me to experience? What is this desire asking me to embody? Very often the soul desires are there to lead you into the next step of your soul's journey, onto your soul's path, into your soul's mission, purpose, intention for your life. The soul desire can lead you into a deeper knowing of who you truly are. But it also really helps you to identify, as you truly spend time with this sacred soul desire within you, what are your fears? What are your doubts? Those limitations that you've placed upon yourself. Oh, I can't have that. That's not possible. I'm not allowed. That's not realistic. It doesn't work that way, right? All of these things that we tell ourselves to limit ourselves. And you would never access those limitations or those fears or those doubts, which are limiting your power, your sovereignty, your pleasure, if the desire wasn't ever inside of you to lead into that exploration. So again, it's the desire is not about, let me fulfill this desire, as society says, let me satisfy this, and boom, that's it. It's not about getting your desires met. It's about, where's this desire taking you? Think of it sensually. How does this feel in me? Where is it taking me? Where does it want me to go? What is it showing me? Get really curious. Bring it up close and examine it. Get familiar with it. Get intimate with your desires. This is a huge piece of the work that I do because our desire is sacred. Our desire is your soul leading you into your highest evolutionary path. If you are clear on what is my soul desire, what is an ego desire, if you are clear on what am I telling myself I can or cannot have, if you are clear on that identification of the ways in which you're actually creating space between you and what you desire and seeing it as outside of you, it as separate from you, it as unreachable. When you see a desire that you have as unreachable, what are you telling yourself about who you are? Are you seeing yourself as divine, as a god, goddess embodied? Are you seeing yourself as small and limited and capable? Are you listening to all the voices in the world, all the voices outside of you, all the voices of your family members, all the voices of your friends? Are you listening to your soul voice? Which one are you choosing to honor? Which one are you choosing to give precedence? Which one are you choosing to act on? Your desire or your fear? Can you see? Can you taste? Can you smell? Can you begin to understand how this desire pulsing deep inside your womb, deep inside your heart, deep inside your roots, rising up within you to your heart to be expressed out loud in the form of its creation is so sacred. It is so for you. Now, when we grasp, when we reach, when we hurry to claim and satisfy the desire, when we think we're only good if we have it, when we stop enjoying the present moment until we get it, when we think that thing will make us something we are not already, we are not in soul desire, we are in ego. Your desire lives inside of you because it is already accessible to you. But in order to make your desire fulfilled, accessible to you, if that is the highest evolution, because sometimes your soul desire is simply to move you into this state of evolution, and the desire itself is never meant to be satisfied. But if that desire is meant to be fulfilled, if that desire is meant to come to fruition in your life, it is not to make you better than you are already, or more valuable than you are already, or happier than you are already. It is meant to create an expansion in you. You expand into more of who you already are. You expand and deepen into the truth and power you already are. You expand into greater levels of love and abundance in your life when the desire is a soul desire. Because what often happens is we get stuck in that very Western mentality of thinking that thing that I desire is going to make me fill in the blank. X, Y, Z. Good. More valuable. Happier. That's a real tricky one. Because yes, fulfilling your desire might bring you joy. But if you're missing joy in the present moment because you're waiting for that desire to be fulfilled, then you're missing the point. That's why, again, in the new year, New You retreat, we're doing a lot of energetic and embodiment practices to attune to the frequency of what you desire. So if you can't join us live, January 10th through 12th, this is in North Carolina, if you can't join us live for that particular retreat, then you can either work with me one-on-one, or I offer free 30-minute sovereignty breakthrough sessions, or you can create a ritual in which you are beginning to attune to the emotional experience, the energetic experience, and the beliefs that have to shift to create the capacity for you to expand into more of your true self, to actually embody the desire that is moving within you, so you get to experience that and yourself in your fullness. and do the inner work to shift out of the states of lack, or if and when and then and after, giving power to that external thing, quote, desire. Okay, I'm going to say it in another way because this is so key. For example, I want to create a new life. I want to experience this new thing. And you make that thing outside of you, and you make your happiness contingent on that thing happening, then you are not embodying the you that already has that, which is attuning to the frequency of fullness within you, which is attuning to the divine within you, which is attuning to the abundance that you are. And so we create from the inside out when it's a soul desire, when you're in an expansion process, when you're shifting into a new energetic state, when you're releasing the past, you create from the inside out versus trying to pull in the thing you desire and wait for it to come and hope it happens rather than simply becoming it and the one who already has it. Okay. Often on this journey of igniting the sacredness of your desires and this self-exploration invite, you may also have to face those parts of you that judge desire as wrong or bad, and then don't even know what you want, or only want what other people say you want, right? So this is an opportunity to pick up that journal, pick up that pen, invite in some support, and get really clear as we move into the new year. I will put the link for the New Year retreat, or New Year, New You retreat in Hot Springs, North Carolina, in the show link. You can go to thepathtosovereignty.com, check it out. There's a discount currently available. You can also receive that free 30-minute sovereignty breakthrough session if you want support diving into the depth of you to reclaim your power and sovereignty in a really embodied way. Jessica Falcon, see you next week. Much love.